Okay, me in front of TV.
Ooh.
Me in front of TV.
Ooh.
Running slow, but he jumped on the top of the hurdle. Went off the tippy top.
Don't forget, this a gangster.
I mean,
And I'm on the stream. It's 15,000 people watching this stream right now. They said, where Peg at? Do, 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 do. It's giving associate. 4 a.m. It was 16,000 people in the chat. These folks with me. So Kai, Duke Dennis, Aiden Rouse. Y'all can have that coach. I'll take the sports. Ooh, well, go off then, son. Stop. Not the step back.
Come here.
Football players are the most athletic.
All that Uncle Shay talking about is absolutely true.
We would like to nominate LeBron James to be the flag bearer for all of Team USA.
This ain't about basketball, man. This is about the man.
But Colorado isn't important in college football. Deion Sanders is.
Paul, hold on, Paul. You can't name me another more relevant program than Colorado.
That Team Mongolia, man, they got that ish on. You don't like it? It's not approved?
Hell no. Nah, that pouch right there, that look like a Crown Royal bag.
Hey, boy.
I don't even want to call this pleasure because it's not pleasurable. I had the honor of playing with this gentleman for far too long, Thomas Eduardo Davis. Hey.
So they say, do you watch preseason football or does it bore you? More likely to happen, CJ Stroud, big sophomore slump, or Bryce Young becoming top 16? I want to hear TD's side of Cam versus Norman practice.
You lucky it wasn't you. They would have been calling your ass 85 because I would have flipped that 58. I will his ass up, and he know that.
And Deion Jones put his ass to sleep. So I know. No smoke with me.
That was the only time I ever had a concussion in my life.
That was the only time. No, the next time would have been if you would have tried to. That's what I'm telling you.
So I want to talk about the state of the Panthers right now. Do you think Dave Tepper knows what he's doing? Who's your favorite defense to watch?
The number one defense that I think is going to be the number one defense in the league this year is going to be the.
If the have a top 5 defense, I know for sure we'll be in the MVP contention. You know you can't with me.
Hey, I'll hit you with this shit unstrapped, man. I'll knock you out.
Coming to you live in 3, 2, 1, action.
Welcome to 4th and 1.
Soft clap.
Welcome to 4th and 1.
Little snap. A little snap. Hey, little snap.
Okay, welcome to 4th and 1.
Okay.
Well, I always got it done. Welcome to 4th and 1.
Hey! Take a walk around.
Welcome to 4th and 1. Well, I always got it done. I said, I always got it done. I said, welcome to 4th and 1. Well, I always got it done. Bringing facts by the time before the rising of the sun. Welcome to 4th and 1.
Walk out. Walk out. Walk out.
Okay, welcome to 4th and 1. Always got it done.
All right.
Facts by the time before the rising of the sun. This ain't me in the shotgun.
Ooh.
Behind the back.
Ooh.
Okay.
He shoots these colors.
This is me in front of TV. Okay, it's me in front of TV. Okay, me in front of TV.
Ooh.
Me in front of TV.
Ooh.
Me in front of TV having a whole lot of fun. Before we get started, man, I need to let y'all know right now, become an icon today. Go to iconicsoccer.com for just $1 a month. That's 100 pennies. That's 25, no. That's 4.25 cents. That's 10 dimes. That's $2.50. That's all the above. It's just $1 a month. Get exclusive content, ad-free content, and exclusive giveaways. Become an icon today for just $1 a month. You dig what I'm saying? All right. And with that being said, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. First down, viral moment of the week. Let's see what we got.
And we got Snoop Dogg, Olympic commentary, something that we didn't know we needed.
Well, we're about to see right now, they're about to get to dipping, ripping, riding, slipping, and hopefully not sliding, jumping over this hurdle. In the water. Oh, get up out of there. Oh, they coming behind him 7, 8 deep like horses. I love it. Bunched in and they running slow, but oh, he's jumped on the top of the hurdle. You can do that? That was a cold trick right there. I like that one. He went off the tippy top.
Tippy top. Man, I got a question though, because I see so much content and so much transition in traditional media that this probably did get a lot of views. The impressions and everything that, like you said, we didn't necessarily know that we needed. Because traditional media has always been so buttoned up and so clear cut, but it's just now talking to a different generation. Baby boomers and millennials and Gen Z. That's a lot. It's two different. It's two different. You see what I'm saying? Three different. You did. Yeah. But will we ever see linear TV have that on it? You know what I'm saying? That off the tippy top, off the mother. You know what I'm saying? Like some of this, like some Howard Stern shit. You feel me?
Yeah. But it's just so dope that Snoop has been able to keep evolving and evolving. So like
he's been a person who I've been paying a lot of attention and close attention to, especially with him being so authentic to who he truly is.
True.
Don't forget, this a gangster.
I mean, this Snoop
that has stood the test of time. The motherfucker is Benjamin Buttons.
I mean,
his head done been that length for a long time.
Fact.
D-O-double-O-G-C. You know what I'm saying? Well, shizzle, my nigga. Like, come on. I mean, he been a pimp. Bro. You know what I'm saying? He done been the gangster. You know what I'm saying? He was on death row.
Death row,
you dig what I'm saying? Motherfucker was an actor. Motherfucker was a, like,
chef in that cooking with Martha.
Man, Martha Stewart. Who the fuck is, come on.
Bro.
Man, we got to give Snoop his motherfucking flower.
Bro, Snoop.
All that.
Snoop,
and he been the same size. His legs is this size right here. He ain't doing no calf raises or no squats.
See that? He remind me of me. Real gangsters, you know.
The first Peggy.
He was that OG Peg.
Speaking of that, Peggy.
What's good, boo?
I be living for that every week. You know, we gotta up the score. Certified Booger Man, I don't want to up the score. We gotta up the volume, Peggy. The people say, man, we need this multiple times a week.
We gotta give them what they want.
Since we only doing it one time, Peggy!
What's good, boo? Man, hey, hold on, bro. You've been jumping off the charts, bro.
Yeah.
Recently, bro. Somebody been going live gaming and all that, bro. Whole thing jumping, chat jumping. Tell me about this experience.
Man, listen, I'm a streamer now, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to get in line. Hey, Kyle, I'm looking for Aiden Rock. I'm looking for DJ Academic. I'm looking for
We still looking for Bron.
Look, see, they don't let a real one in the game. You dig what I'm saying?
They done left the back door open for
you feel me?
Then you said, "Bam,
I'm in there." They done left the door open for me. I done went in there. Dun, 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 dun. That's why I'm wearing pink.
Ooh,
Pink Panther. Hey, I ain't coming to play with y'all.
Bruh.
Stream in the chat going crazy.
They are so
now,
crazy.
Hold on. Mafia.
Woo.
Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to take this opportunity to put y'all on something.
Okay.
This chat, my stream, Boogieville USA, ain't nothing like nothing that's out there right there.
All right.
It's either two type of people that's in Boogieville.
So tell me then.
It's either you a fig or you a bug.
Okay.
See, everybody starts and coming to, Boogieville as a fig.
Okay.
That makes you a part of Fig Mafia.
Okay.
Now, if I had to explain why you calling this chat the Fig.
Figs, yeah. Put it together. Drop it aside.
I'll let this chat tell you what Fig short for. Okay, right? Now, since I'm trying to draw everybody to Twitch, make sure to become a part of the Bugs Mafia. BOOGZMAFIA. Bugs Mafia.
Okay.
You gotta just subscribe to the Twitch.
Yeah, okay.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but they can tap in. You on the Twitter, you on the Facebook.
I'm everywhere.
TikTok, all
everywhere.
that. They can watch your stream.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, Peggy, it ain't just about, that's just the men's interest. That's Bug's interest. I just play the video game, but
Golden Thumbs Production.
Golden Thumbs Production. You dig what I'm saying? Promotion.
Promotions. My bad. Promotions.
Don't fuck my shit up.
Oh, but goddamn, hold on, Golden Thumb. My bad, Golden Thumb.
You fucked your shit up. Nah. Can't fuck my shit up. But yeah, man, it was very enjoyable. I ain't really know that I needed that in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Competing, but also interacting.
Yeah.
Did you know this, though, Peggy?
What's good, Bug?
My people of the Figs Mafia or the Bugs Mafia, part of the Boogieville, USA, told me this. I did not know this.
What'd they tell you?
Popeyes have strawberry biscuits.
Strawberry biscuits? Hold on now. You got to walk on back now. Come on now. Strawberry biscuits?
See?
My mama baking biscuits.
Listen. I found out. My peoples, us, as one. The mafia told me. I was asked, I said, yo, tell me about some big back behavior.
Yeah.
Big back behavior. What is that? That's something that's a cheat meal. That's something that you said, man, listen, it's been a long week. It's been a long day. I'm stressed. I need something to put me at ease.
Yeah.
Something that just gonna reset me before I go to the gym or before I start the week off going to the gym. I gotta just really let my head down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's that.
Get it out there. Big back behavior. I was telling them, I was like, yo, I like ice cream with marshmallows, the big marshmallows and caramel. That's my big back behavior. Don't judge me, Peggy.
Man, you can go down the bench when we go down the suite.
Then I was telling them also about, well, look, now we getting into it.
All right.
Big backing.
Say what? Big back.
Big backing.
Okay.
Big back. This ain't big baller brand. Them BBBs ain't standing for none of that.
2 B's.
No, it's 3 B's.
Okay.
Big back behavior.
Okay. Triple B, my nigga.
Stay with me now.
Okay.
When we used to deep fry them honey buns, put it in that cake batter.
Bro, that was it. Then put it with a little vanilla ice cream.
Gee.
With a little caramel. Ooh, that's big bag.
See, that's that Zorro.
So, okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Can a skinny nigga like me be in the big back club?
You can.
Okay.
You can.
My back big, my legs skinny or something?
You're skinny, your legs are skinny, but your belly is
It's the truth. Okay, all right, cool. See, now you're playing. I'm on my 6-pack. I'm getting my crunches in, big dog.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm just giving it back.
It's all good.
See, you can tell when somebody real sensitive when you touch a nerve.
Now you touch a nerve.
Because when you say something,
I'm not to touch a jaw.
Not you. I just said what everybody else was thinking.
No, they ain't thinking that.
Okay. But, man, shout out to the mafia, mafia, and anybody be like, man, you ain't Italian, you can't, man, shut up. Shut up. My chat stream is Boogieville, USA.
Okay.
By way of the people that's in there, it's Fig Mafia and Bugs Mafia.
Okay.
That's when I refer to the mafia, that's what I'm
That's
talking
who you
about.
talking to. Okay, well now we know you had me on there. I was like, dang, they booming.
They
for you,
booming,
boy.
they fucking with it.
Yeah,
and then don't let me, don't.
What?
Man, mafia in the chat, man. Man, that's all you gonna see, a mafia everywhere. Man, what? Mafia in the chat, man.
Let him go, boo. Yeah. Man, y'all got this nigga out here tripping, but man called me at 2 a.m.
Bro.
Then sent the picture.
Yeah.
The mafia asking
Hey,
for
the
you,
mafia
man.
asked about you, bro.
I had to rise up, bro.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. Look, bro, when us mafia folk come together, Bug, Fig, don't matter. They said, where Peg at? I said, let me call Peg. Then they done fucked around and said this. Call Peg and see if he answered. It was at 2 a.m. on a Saturday. I said, yeah, no, he ain't fucking.
This guy fucks, man.
That guy does not fuck.
The guy fucks.
That guy is a saint now. Listen.
There you go. Hallelujah.
He was asleep, man. So then I called. I said, look, boom. I call her. I'm on the stream. It's 14,000, 15,000 people watching this stream right now. Come on, y'all. Do. First comment in the chat says, it's giving associate. Next comment said, man, Peggy don't fuck with you. I said, damn.
But I called you back, man.
And 30 minutes later, my dog called me back.
I called you back.
Made me excited. So much so I said, man, Mafia the damn chat, man.
Bro.
Mafia the chat. Trying to tell you, bro, it gets serious.
Yeah, I see.
It gets serious.
It be real.
My fault, man. Look, bro, that man, these last couple of days, it's just been crazy because I ain't know I needed this. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Yeah.
I've been going to sleep, Peggy. The latest I stayed up was 4 a.m. It was 16,000 people in the chat.
My boy on a graveyard shift, boy.
Graveyard. We was in Club Boogie in that bitch.
Man.
I said, these folk fucking with me. So Kai, Duke Dennis, DJ Academic,
Ooh.
Aiden Ross, I don't know whoever y'all, whatever it is. Y'all can have that culture. I'll take the sports. You dig. Ha!
So talk to you, boy. Somebody got to do
it. It looked like perfect timing for me to step on.
Ooh, step on in
and go on and handle my business.
Come on in, bro.
You dig? So I'm going to take this time. You can find me streaming on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, as well as Twitch. Now, if you happen to go to Twitch, it's me and all my kids. Replace the I in kids and put the number 1 in there in place of that I. And there you have it. Here we go. Next clip.
All right, man. The WNBA All-Star game just happened. They had the USA team versus the other All-Stars for the WNBA. And the WNBA All-Stars won.
Last time around, and then was the All-Star game. A 4-point lead for the national team as Akumba. Here's Akumba-Wale. She got it, 5 points. Some hockey assists as well.
Ooh, well, go out there, son.
Yeah.
Entertainment, the action, the stars playing like Akumba-Wale.
Ooh!
It's a heater worthy. Akumba-Wale with 3 is good.
She gotta have a folded ball. She gotta have a folded ball.
She was giving them work.
Akumba-Wale with 20.
Giving them work.
The Heat.
Yeah.
Stop. Not the step back.
Come here. So, man, look, they went crazy. She had a 34 piece.
Oh,
right?
34.
Yeah, all in the second half, though.
Wow.
So, yeah.
See,
so,
that right there.
Yeah.
See, if we was in Boogieville streaming. Man, Mafia the chat, man.
Mafia the chat, man.
Mafia the chat. See,
But
that
yeah,
man.
man.
All you see is just
Mafia.
That shit's
shit
so
crazy.
beautiful, man. Like, that's just what we do, man. We just get turned. But
So, man, they end up beating the USA team, the simple USA team for the WNBA, 117 and 109.
you know why they won?
What's
I'm
up?
gonna give you.
Why?
They had something to prove.
Like I should have been on this USA team.
Y'all played with me.
Yeah.
Caitlin.
Especially her. They need to go ahead and make some changes right now. Like, bruh. Hey.
Do we really need them?
Start looking at that bench. Yeah, she right there. Yeah, we're going to have to switch that one out. Yeah. Akumba-Wale. But she had that.
Where your agent at?
Bags.
We need to chat.
Can you pack your bags tonight?
But yeah, that's why Cause they were playing like,
Yeah.
y'all played with me. Y'all didn't think I was capable. I'm about to put y'all on notice. Yeah. Y'all already done made it. We trying to make it. You dig what I'm saying? That's a different type of fight and spunk.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
When somebody's sleeping on you,
All right now.
it's easy for you to wake up.
Holla if you hear me.
But when you sleeping on somebody, you get where I'm trying to go.
I see where you're going, Boog. I see where you're driving.
We'll open up then and go to the next clip.
All right, NFL players are more athletic than NBA players. Oh, man.
It's subjective, Peg.
Football players are the most athletic. They can jump the highest. They can run the fastest. They're the strongest. They're the toughest.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that other sports, baseball or whatever sports, but I'm talking about if you talk about athlete for athlete, football, baseball, basketball, football. As far as vertical jump, because we vertical jump standing still.
Yep.
They get a step, they run and jump.
They get a run. Even for the combine, they
For
get
the combine.
Yeah.
As far as flat out speed, ability, oh no.
Yeah, it's not even close. These dudes, like I said, the physical aspect is just one piece. But then when you get into the speed and you know, they agile, but just being able to move on grass is different.
And plus y'all got like 4 plays in basketball. We got 150 we got to remember.
It's a whole different.
And a dude try to knock your block off.
And we gonna change the play. You might get 3 calls in the huddle too. These boys don't even be going to college for more than 5 minutes half the time in the NBA. So I don't know how much they're gonna be able to retain like that.
Yeah, we got too much we got too much on our plate.
I'm telling you.
I don't want to be the guy that just feeds into this. But all that Uncle Shay talking about is absolutely true. But I don't think he kind of made this point as much as she should have made that point.
Okay.
Because to be a basketball player, it is more skill in being a basketball player.
Okay.
But a combination of it all, skill, will, desire, and just being absolutely trill.
Okay. Need a little extra of that trio. Trio family ENT.
A motherfucker would knock your shit off, man. Yeah. And the better you are, the more your shit wants to get knocked off by the other team. We going against him. We got to knock
So you the target.
We got to knock his ass off. We playing against LeBron on the football field. We got to knock. We playing against Steph Curry on the football field. We playing Oladipo on the field. We got to knock.
Prove it, dog.
And it's legal.
Oh, yeah.
Every play. On average, you probably got about 50 to 60 plays in a given game. We got to knock his ass off. Now, skill. Oh, yeah. Hell, you got to have a different type of endurance to play basketball. Shit, I even play pickup basketball. No.
Yeah, the endurance, the finesse.
But can't nobody knock my ass off without it being a
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't none of that. Now, I know when it come to basketball, motherfucker gonna have to
Yeah. Get a little,
you know what I'm saying? I'm a step back. That's skill. That's all skill.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they're not skillful because it is something to see.
Yeah.
But when you have to put it all in the combination and put skill, will, and just being trill, bruh.
Trill.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a different type of sport, bruh.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker will get his ass, we don't give a fuck about who you is, man.
Yeah.
And knock that motherfucker shit out.
I feel it.
Nah. Yeah. That's my point. And that's on Boogieville, USA.
All right, dude.
Next clip.
So, man, talking about the hardwood anyway, we got the brothers bond on the Bucks.
Giannis' brother, when we went down 0-2, he had COVID, so he couldn't come to the plane. That's why we went down 0-2. Giannis was messed up. Like him and his brother, bro, they got some different kind of connection. He can't function or play if he don't see his brother. I'm being for real. It's different, bro. He was like, where TA at? Where TA at? We in the middle of the game. I'm like, bro, we in the finals, bro. Play, like, where TA? Where TA? So TA make this magical, like, COVID recovery. I know he still had it. Ain't no way, bro. It's 14 days, bro. He's back. He's back. His energy was, like, contagious. Like, he running in the locker room, COVID, everything he got, yelling, screaming. And I'm like, yeah, he matters. Like, he makes a difference for our team. When he's not here, something's not clicking. But when TA was there, he made it. Like, he mattered. And then somehow, he's in the locker room. He does all that. When the parade come, he has a ride by himself because he got COVID.
Man, what does that say about Giannis and his brother? And like you tell me, did you ever have any teammates that on the field it might not made the difference, but in the locker room their energy, personality made the world?
Yeah. 2 people.
Okay.
Derek Anderson.
DA.
And Joe Webb. Yeah. When we cut Joe.
You felt that?
I felt it. And I don't think Joe Webb knows that. Hey, man. Hey, man. Let's come on with all that fuck shit, man. Let's go. From Birmingham, 205. I never knew I needed a player like Joe in my corner.
Yeah.
He was a guy that understood me just the same way as DA did. Now, the only thing that made me closer with Joe than DA is me and Joe would hang out after practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would be around each other all day from like sun up to sundown and then go hang out, go to dinner, including Benji. Like, we would just that was just our routine. But yeah. But to Giannis and his brother, now it's beginning to make sense. Why it's a package deal.
Facts.
Because when you think about it like this, and we've always teased and we've seen the memes that, you know, why is he even here?
Yeah.
But being on teams and understanding this merit, not all superheroes or not all playmakers make plays.
Not all playmakers make plays.
Not all playmakers make plays. It's something about the unsung heroes in the locker room. Guys that just know shit, that just can listen, that can just talk, that can just, okay, but bro, come on, man. That ain't what we got to do right now. Bro, finish the practice. Come on, bro, we need you, bro. Come on. I know you mad. I know you mad, bro. I know you mad. Yeah. But finish your workout, bro. You don't want to get fined. Those type of guys, see, those are great teammates that's needed. Now, the elite players are also the playmakers that also know how
to be great teammates.
To be great. There you go.
Yeah, come on.
That know how to talk.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? With the young guys, the old vets, the executive leaders, the training room staff, the equipment managers, the water boys, everybody, the cafeteria staff. Those guys right there, they get it.
Yeah.
And you can't have one without the other for a great team. Now, you're going to hire some playmakers, and a team full of playmakers is a toxic team.
Yeah.
And those who know that know. Man, I don't want the ball, man. Why he get the last shot, man? Why you throwing the ball to him? I'm wide open too. Yeah. I can do that too. He ain't even really all that good. Watch. Man, coach, let me hit. I can hit too. That too, you need just a perfect balance of just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Sprinkle a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then combine that hoe up and then that's what the world see. Did I make my point, Peggy?
You made your point, bud.
Well, hurry up and get to the next clip then.
But next up then, we got LeBron carrying the flag in the U.S. At the Paris Olympics opening ceremony. Check this out.
On behalf of myself and the entire men's Olympic basketball team, we would like to nominate LeBron James to be the flag bearer for all of Team USA. We understand how much of an honor it is to be in that position, and I think Bron's entire career, on and off the court, speak for itself as him being worthy of that honor. He started back in 2004 representing Team USA as an Olympic athlete, and now in 2024, going for his 4th Olympic medal. His NBA career speaks for itself, but I think more than that, since 2004, he's represented what it means to be excellent both on and off the court. And his commitment to service and to uplifting the community in all ways that he knows how has been a lifelong passion, and the work speaks for itself. So between his I Promise School, the LeBron James Foundation, and all that he's done to impact lives, not just in the U.S., but around the world, I think puts him in a position to be worthy of this honor, let alone the basketball. So again, on behalf of myself and the entire team, we want to see him waving that flag.
So LeBron is the first men's basketball player to bear the flag for the United States history, or in United States history. So this is a big accomplishment. I mean, USA just beat South Sudan 101-100. And then did you see LeBron the last second, 8 seconds left, he hit a buzzer beater. 8 seconds left after that with a little layup.
But this ain't. I gotta cut you off right
Come
now.
on now, then, bro. Go ahead.
This ain't about basketball, man.
It's about the man, huh?
This about the man.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's like it. That just goes to show you how important LeBron James is.
Yeah, for sure.
To us, it's bigger than the culture. And how we want to look at it or not. Do I think Michael Jordan could have done it? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I think Kobe Bryant could have done it?
Yeah.
Yes. But did they?
No.
No.
Yeah, you're saying something.
So we got all these debates talking about who's great and who's better, and it's all subjective and opinionated. But the truth of the matter is this. Ain't nobody got talked about more, got ridiculed the most, got critiqued more than LeBron James.
Yeah, that's true.
And the pressure of knowing since the age of 16, really before then,
probably, yeah.
always operating at a high frequency, higher than everybody else.
That's
Still
true.
at this age.
At this age.
My man is a bionic man. But this ain't the basketball skill. This is the impact that he's made on humanity.
Yeah.
And congratulations to LeBron James for implementing so much just care. And when I say care, I'm not just talking about from the skill care, just care of, man, we ain't never heard LeBron James get in a domestic dispute. We've never heard LeBron James do anything outside of basketball that could hurt his or damage or alter his legacy.
That's true.
We've never heard LeBron James really have any type of ulterior things to fuck up his image. And that's why I celebrate LeBron James, because it's hard to do. Think of it. A man that's been in the spotlight and in the limelight for so long. Not a lot of us can relate to that. I know I can't.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a man who has been playing this game for 21 years. Can you do something for me?
Hey.
Like, and no blemishes, no boogers on his rap sheet. So for him to have this honor of carrying the American flag, that's something that's damn near on some Nobel Peace Prize type shit right there. Nelson Mandela shit right there.
Yeah, LeBron, he did.
And that's a great shit. Here we go, second down, questionable call of the week, Peggy. What we got, man?
Man, is this dedication or stupidity? Australian hockey player Matthew Dawson opted for a drastic measure to ensure his participation in Paris Olympics, amputating part of his finger. After breaking his ring finger shortly before the competition, instead of opting to rest, the two-time Olympian chose permanent surgery. A quote that he said: "The best option was to remove the top of my finger. It's a significant change and exciting challenge at the moment. I didn't have much time to decide. After making the call, my wife said, 'Don't rush it,' but I had all the information I needed." Not just for Paris, but for life afterward. My boy got part of his finger amputated to play in Paris. Would you do the same?
Now, it's not about what would I do. I think he knew enough about the situation. It's his finger.
Yeah.
All right? That sometimes, especially being an athlete and knowing what the sport can do to you, I done seen fingers and limbs that should have been amputated, look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad to say, but like, bro, some people to sever their finger, it like that finger going that way or that finger going that way, or just it just look deformed. You know what I'm saying? Like walks. And I'm not saying cut off your fingers or cut off your hand or cut off your leg because it's
different. Yeah.
But he knew. He said with all the information, he said it himself, with all the information that I knew, it was best for me to cut it off.
Man, he better go out there and win. I tell you that much.
Well, he ain't got to win. But he definitely lost something.
I know.
You dig what I'm saying? Here we go, next clip.
We got Paul Feinbaum. He takes some shots at Deion Sanders.
Back on that for a second. Anyone asking whether Deion Sanders and Colorado are close to the playoffs simply doesn't understand the reality of the road. They're not going to the playoffs this year, and I'm not sure Deion Sanders is ever going to get them to the playoffs because I don't think he has the patience to stay at Colorado long enough. There's so many misconceptions out there. Deion Sanders is the best salesman I've ever seen. I personally love the guy and for what he stands for, but the program looking out has a ridiculously inflated view of itself. I heard Shedeur Sanders, who's a fabulous quarterback, say last week, "We are everyone's Super Bowl." Shedeur, you are not. You are an easy win nowadays. You got off to a phenomenal start last year, beating a couple of mediocre teams that had big names. And quite frankly, you haven't done anything since other than crash and burn. So I know that the media loves this story. We fall all over ourselves. But Colorado isn't important in college football. Deion Sanders is. He's a standalone person. He's one of the most charismatic people we've ever seen. But Colorado is nothing. They don't matter. They're irrelevant in the big picture of college football.
My boy.
Good. Hold up. Prime. Slide back real quick. Shedeur. Slide real quick. Paul. Bring your bald head ass over here, man. Let's get straight to it.
Let's do.
To say Colorado ain't because you can't detach the two.
Correct.
Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, or Coach Sanders, however you want to call his ass, we know we talk about the same person.
Yeah.
Is connected to Colorado as long as he's at Colorado. Mm-hmm. So to say that Colorado ain't a big deal, that's a motherfucking lie.
Yeah.
And he can't speak how I can speak. You can't name me another more relevant program than Colorado than any other team right now. Who else? Try Peggy.
That's relevant? No.
Relevant. When you think about the Mount Rushmore right now in college football, we're not talking about skill. We're not talking about who's doing numbers more than Colorado. Georgia? Alabama?
You can battle with a Georgia.
Clemson? USC? Oklahoma? Texas?
Michigan?
Ohio State? Ain't nobody running to motherfucking see them teams more than they going to try to see Shedeur, Shiloh, Travis Hunter, Prime than Colorado.
But
so Paul, hold on, Paul. Watch your words.
There you go.
Because even though you trying, I see what you tried to do, but you tried it. No chewing gum.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anybody is relevant, if anybody's going to play for the Super Bowl, or I think, Shiloh or Shedeur probably said it in a way that he knows a lot of people are going to play their best because a lot of people will be watching that game. That's what he meant.
Yeah.
It wasn't that whatever. And last year, I mean, come on, he took on a new team, for Christ's sake. But to say, this is my issues with reporters, with journalists. Where is or where will the accountability be? Because Paul Feinbaum been covering sports and been having some outlandish takes on athletes' programs for years.
Long time, yeah.
Just for him to say some crazy shit like that. And then if he does make it to the college football playoffs, him just to say what? Apology?
Yeah. Because they are definitely relevant. They don't have the record to probably prove that.
Everybody undefeated right now, Peggy. But this is what I don't say. This is a big take.
Yeah, that is.
He will never, because he doesn't have the patience. His words, not mine.
Yeah.
You don't fucking know that.
Yeah, you don't know if he had the patience, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now this is not the first time Paul Feinbaum done said something crazy. Like, what do you know? Have you been in the trenches?
Nah.
Have you been in the locker room? Have you ever played? So if he does, then what? That's all I'm trying to do in my position. I'm not threatening Paul. All I'm saying is somebody has to hold these journalists and reporters accountable for what they say, for what they report, for what they critique.
All right now.
And
you don't want to do it. You stepped up to the plate.
Here I go.
You here for the job.
Here I go.
Come on now.
Now play my theme music. That's all I want to say. And I love Paul Feinbaum in this second because he is a spokesperson for football in the South.
And it's going to catch people's attention as
it is. Bro, but understand this, Paul. This is my point. Don't say nothing like that.
Yeah.
And then all you going to have to say when they do make the college football playoffs or if they do have a big impact, I'm sorry. No. Yeah. Keep that same energy, man. Because he's not off. He got the skill set to do it. He got the recruits to do it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you just got to get it done.
Now you just got to get it done.
Yeah.
Come on now. Give him the resources, and I promise you, it ain't going to take too long.
Come on with it.
The most exciting team in college football
is Colorado.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's who I really want to see on Saturday.
And you can't discredit that. It's not Georgia.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're not an alumni from the school or don't go to the actual school, you can't name me 3 players on the University of Georgia.
I can't. I don't know.
You can't name me 3 players on Alabama.
Teams,
You can't name me 3 players on, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On Clemson, on Miami, on Florida, Florida State.
Yeah.
Bro, all attention, all roads go to Boulder, Colorado.
And I wasn't watching them before they came.
That shows you the impact of Coach Prime.
Yeah.
So is he not changing players' lives?
Yeah.
Is he not impacting them and being a positive male role model in their lives? Turning boys to men?
Yeah.
All my life. Face sad. Come on, man. Stay with me now. Come on. I'm going to leave it at that. Mic drop.
That was Casey and JoJo, too.
It wasn't?
Yeah. End of the road is boys to men.
That one. Okay.
There you go.
All
right. There you go, boy. I got you, though.
I'm sorry. It's all right. But I made my point. Next clip.
All right, man. He got a little bit of you and him, man. My boy Stephon Gilmore said, "You mean to tell me that there are 64 starting corners that are better than me? I don't think that," because he's still a free agent. Obviously, we know these famous lines from you.
Ain't 32 better than me, you did.
Straight up. So it ain't 32 better than you. It ain't 64 better than him. Why you think Gilly is not on the team right now?
It's a matter of time. He going to get picked up. Now, the question is, does he want to? You feel me? Because he got more odds to make it on the team than I had.
Yeah.
Because he got 64 to pluck from. I just had 32.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And his veteran leadership and what he has had, his resume, could impact a defensive locker room or defensive meeting room.
Just like that.
Just like that.
That's true.
So
that's true.
It's only a matter of time.
We'll see you out there soon, brother.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Third down. Fashion. Player fashion. The fashion. Player fashion. Boogie approved of the week. Let's see what we got, Peggy.
We got Team Mongolia. Man, they got that ish on.
Press pause, Peg. What you said?
It was Flea. Everybody, like, it's been going around that they were some of the best dressed Team Mongolia. You don't like it? It's not approved?
Hell no. The video was good. The edit was good.
With the fit ain't it?
No, hell no. That shit wasn't.
It didn't hit Boogie. It ain't Boogie
Hell
proof.
no. They was wearing fucking Mormon skirts. Like nun skirts. In white and cream.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell about to rock that?
You wouldn't rock the boots, bro? You didn't see the boots?
Man, but you gonna wear the Game of Thrones? That's look like fucking King Joffrey or somebody from Game of Thrones.
So they got that Aladdin fit going on.
Hell yeah, that ain't Boogie right there.
That ain't Boogie. That ain't Boogie 5.
No,
That ain't make the cut. But then
my lord. Nah, that ain't Boogie.
Man, this man a fool, bro. What the next one then, bro?
Nah, hell nah. I just can't. Nah, the video was fire.
The video
was like, man, everybody was mean mugging and frowning and like they looked like they was focused.
Mad. They was
mad. But the fashion, nah, that pouch right there.
You might do something.
That shit looked like a new and improved and improvised Crown Royal bag.
Right, boy.
Now that shit right there, that was a multi-purpose. I didn't even drink.
But you
never drink Crown Royal a day of my life on that song Chosen Sebastian.
But them Crown Royal bags.
But I done seen Crown Royals attached to cars. I done seen them attached to pants. I done seen them attached to all type of smoking apparatuses.
Bruh.
It done,
it's
boy.
a change, pouch. That's where I used to get my school lunch money from, my dad. He ain't never even drink no Crown Royal. But he had a big bag and was like, go on, get that. I would go pick out them quarters and the loose change he had. That Crown Royal bag, that thing jangling.
Something to say. Hey, hold on, watch your mouth now. Watch your mouth. Listen, I caught you.
I did say jangling.
Yeah, when you got that thing jangling. Now easy. Listen. Slow down now. Slow down. Slow the fuck down. Shit, Bobby Valentino. You did. Now, my point. Golly, I don't even remember what the hell I was about to say. But don't ever in your life say nothing so suspect than that. Next clip.
Mafia, come get you.
Man, Mafia in the chat, man. What you talking about?
Man, Kevin Durant, man, stars in the KIF times Team USA
now that shit
basketball
hard.
capsule. That's your Steez.
That's my Steez right there.
I like the little retro look they got going on.
Yeah, bro,
too,
that's
man.
Hey, look. As you looking?
Yeah.
Come on, man. This me.
You look like you from Mongolia.
No. Is it two different places, Mongolia and Angolia?
I don't know.
Shit. Well.
Kind of confused.
Hey, shit. Agolia. Because Bugolian, that's what
you know. Bugolian. That's where you from.
Bugolian.
Uh-huh.
Now that shit right there, Kith don't miss me.
They don't.
It be the details about that. And I've always been a fan of Kith. And they collabs come out of nowhere, but it just be hitting every time. Like when you hear that noise, you know it's gonna be
a good movie. Okay. Yeah. That's just like
when
Kith.
you hear or when you see Kith,
it's some quality.
You know that shit gonna have that shit on.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm like, yo, I really like that shit.
Kith got some fly shit. I used to love their collab with BMW. Like I gotta show you that video. It was crazy.
What?
Yeah, they got went back in the time from one of the first BMWs to now. They collab with BMW and Kith. They did a car collab. It was dumb. It was real dumb. It was good.
Why we ain't think about that pig?
I know, man. Both in one collab. Damn, bro.
What are you talking about, man?
Fooling around with you, man.
I was about to say some shit though.
Man, well, but when you step out, man, you gotta have your barbecue shoes. But man, you invite him to the cookout.
Yes, bro.
He got the grill included.
Look, okay.
This some Kent Heckles.
Some
Kent Heckle.
Man, shout out to our dog Kent, man. He has just did a gender reveal. He's expecting his second child, and it's a boy. So y'all don't know him, but we know him. A part of the Iconic Saga team, man. So congratulations to the Heckle family.
The Heckles.
Now,
to the shoes.
This let me just say it like this. All right. Let me give y'all a quick story time real quick. Black people. This is why you need your Caucasian constituents.
All right.
Because one thing about them, they going to create something that you didn't even know that you needed. And the energy going to be a little different. See, the vibe going to be like, damn, bro, I never even thought about it like that. Right? He done turned his shoe into a grill.
This from Stacey Adams.
You did. Come on now. Now, look, it's something that I also got to check my Caucasian constituents too. Because how y'all treat y'all Air Force Ones is diabolical work. And y'all got to be better. Listen, bro. Y'all have to do better with keeping y'all shoes clean. Because it ain't nothing more than a turnoff when you sit up here and a guy approaches you and you sitting up here and you looking at him, you're like, bro, why the fuck your shoes so dirty? And I ain't talking about the golden goose dirty. These are like, you've been wearing them too much, bro.
These been running through the mud dirty.
They running
Creases
through the six
up.
with my
Like,
whoa. Golly.
You know how that shit go.
Man.
God.
But when you see shit like this, man, this shit be like, damn, I ain't never know you could even do some shit like that.
Bro gets the invite to
And
the
when they
tailgate.
say, tonight, we gonna get fucked up. What? They mean it. Blackout dream. When a black person said, tonight, we gonna fuck some shit up, that's two different type of fucked up.
Two different types. Yes.
Two different. Because I'm like, if a white man say, tonight, we're getting fucked up, I want to be around them. If a black person say, tonight, we gonna get fucked up, I don't want to be around them.
You gonna get your ass jammed up.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna fuck some shit up.
Exactly. See, that crowd right there ain't my type of crowd. I'm a lover. You know, so they going to fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
No. Put me around some soft legs and we'll be all right.
That's straight.
But to my white folks out there, good people, Lord Jesus, I love you. And especially to my black folk out there, good peoples, I love you.
Love you too.
But it's something when we all come together as God's people. And realize like, yo, we better together than we are apart.
Come on now, boo.
Well, don't let me get to preaching. You dig what I'm saying?
I'll let you hear me.
Because I'm going to tell you the dream that Martin Luther King done had.
Come on
You dig what
now.
I'm saying?
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Because I can talk to you and tell you something. I can sell milk to a cow.
Oh, right now, water to what?
I can tell a tool to a mechanic.
Oh, watch out there now.
I'm trying to tell you, I can sell a tire to a car.
Oh.
And I could talk a girl off her bra.
Come on now, bro.
Come on now. Don't tell me. Don't show that clip to my girl. We're going to cut that out.
Oh, hold it in a row.
Here we go, man. Hey, we got a special guest for y'all, man. Fourth down, fan questions of the week. Before we get into it, I must introduce him as a person who I grew fond of the more that we played together. Great teammate. Great family man. Great community ambassador. This particular individual has taught me so much, and I've definitely taught his ass a lot. And one thing that he's learned from me, even to this day, don't fuck with me, because you're going to fuck around and find out. I don't even want to call this shit pleasure, because it's not pleasurable. Met with the team.
Don't lie to the people, man. Don't lie to the people.
Man, I'm trying to introduce your ass, bro. Like, you just sit back,
don't lie.
relax.
I don't want you
This is
lying
my
in
show.
the introduction. Don't lie in the introduction. It's all pleasure. No JC.
Here we go. I do not have a pleasure of introducing this young fella, but some of us have to dye our hair black and some of us don't because of how old we are to hide that. But I had the honor of playing with this gentleman for far too long, and I think we have a connection that will far exceed, hopefully, our lives. The Newtons have always dominated the Davises and anybody else's. So without further ado, I present to some and introduce to others my former teammate and brother for life, Thomas Eduardo Davis. Hey.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on with you? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good. How long have you been dyeing your hair though? Because I ain't know that. That was
Dye-
new to me.
Dyeing my hair? I don't dye.
Already.
I live.
Got him already. Oh, that man stumped already.
No.
Like, what is he talking about? You just said that somebody been dyeing their hair.
Okay.
It ain't me.
Y'all about to be cutting up all show.
Boy, you got to dye your
Hey,
hair
don't
to hide the
edit this out
grays,
either.
Thomas.
No grays. No grays.
This ain't no edit.
It's all God.
And okay, so
all God.
let me tell you. Can I give him a backstory?
Go with it.
Hey, go for it. That's
Say
what we're
less.
here for.
Okay, so
we're here to share stories.
As for the people who sees this rather funny-looking gentleman sitting down in the confines of his house, and he says, or you see a shirt that says Dior, Dior. Now, I would like to thank myself and my visionary kind of patience to also say I have a large influence in the man that TD is today. When I met TD would always come into the locker room dressed rather unappropriate. When I mean unappropriate, he didn't look like the money that he was making, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it was just, what part of Georgia you say you're from? Is it Snellville?
Shelltown.
Whatever.
Put some
It's
respect
something.
on it.
Okay. It looked like, when it's a saying where you be like, bro, you country. Like the dude here, he had an infatuation with cars and dogs. That says a lot about, and any person that's described like that, you already know they don't really dress all that well. So for him to have a Christian Dior shirt on, we came a long way, Thomas. Because when I met you was wearing a baggy, stretched out tank tops and Jordan shorts and Brogan.
Bag of Jordans.
Yeah. He
Hey,
came
bro.
a long way.
Hey, bro.
Long way.
Grow up. What time do we have to be at work, sir?
Yeah.
What time do we have to be in the building? Hey, I answer for you. We had to be there. We had to be there damn early. We had to be there early. So I'm not about to get up early in the morning and say, "Hey, let me put on some clothes that's gonna impress Cam. Let me make sure that he think I'm fly." Yeah, exactly. Watch your mouth. Put some respect on it. I'm coming to work comfortable.
Why not?
We got business to do. We got to carry the offense every week, so I got to make sure that we knew what was going on.
I carry the offense.
No, look.
I carry the
Yeah,
offense.
he heard me. He know what
There
time.
you go.
He knew what time it was.
He trying to slip on them little jazz, but we got to get into the fan questions,
But you
Thomas.
know.
But we got our little section going on in Newton's Law, and this gonna be fun. Now, is there anything that you got going on right now that you need to know? Because you're retired. What does a typical day in Thomas Davis's life look like?
A typical day, it's usually pertaining to something with my sports bar right now. 1058, we closed for a month for renovations. We got it back up and running. New and improved. The vibe just different in there right now, man. And I love it. The city love it. Still waiting on my brother to come grace the building with his presence. Fellowship first day, I recall your boy was in the building. I'm just saying.
It was now.
They got pictures to prove it.
I ain't even been to Charlotte.
The sky don't lie.
Man,
I don't care about that.
I ain't even been to
I
Charlotte.
wasn't supposed to be in Atlanta. I wasn't supposed to be in Atlanta. But my brother had something going on.
It was a Super Bowl.
I showed my ass up.
Stop it.
I showed my ass up. Damn the Super Bowl.
You was in Atlanta. You was in Atlanta for the Super Bowl. Stop the cap.
I was there for Cam Newton.
But look, it ain't nothing for me not to get invited places. I ain't.
Newton. That's why I was in the building. That's it. No
full
other
government.
reason.
That's cool. But I feel like my whole relationship with my former teammates told on themselves this year. because I ain't get an invite to 1058, or I ain't definitely get an invite to Christian McCaffrey wedding. I would hate. They say third time's a charm. I'm here.
You in your feelings about what C-Mac did, and you trying to take it out on everybody. It ain't, bro. Come on, bro. Give me a hug, bro.
That's what it is, huh?
It wasn't me, bro. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I ain't get invited either.
Come on.
I ain't get no invite either. And I ain't changed my number.
TD, we know why. We know why you ain't get no invite, but for me, I don't necessarily know why I ain't getting no. They wanted pretty people at the wedding. They ain't want to scare all the.
Yeah. Look, we gotta move on. Look, I want to apologize to all our viewers because this is about to be a crazy show.
Listen, man,
with TD and Cam.
Bro, Cam, when we circle back, bro, you get 41, you gonna wish that you look this good.
You 41?
I am.
Ooh.
I am.
Damn.
41. Can you do something for me? 41. Can you hit her with the rich flex?
Man, put some respect on me, man.
All right, here we go, Peggy. Peggy, what we got, man?
All right. What we got is Set C, all right? It's a 3-month member. Shout out to Set C, man, for being an icon. Everybody show them some love. So they say, do you watch preseason football or does it bore you? So TD up first. Do you watch preseason football or does it bore you?
I'm a huge football fan, so I watch preseason. I'm always looking at the big time rookies, looking to see how these guys perform in an NFL setting, seeing how they're getting acclimated to the NFL game. But I'm always checking in on my Georgia Bulldogs, man, because we usually put a few guys in the draft, and I want to see how they're acclimating as well to the NFL game. So I'm always keeping up with my Bulldogs.
No, I don't. I ain't gonna lie. Because I know it's not a lot of things that's going on in sports right now, and all the excitement kind of goes to, like, overanalyzing a position. You see what I'm saying? And now, week 1 is different than preseason because it didn't count. But it could either be hella fluffy or, over analytical things. For example, I give you one. Devontae Smith, right? He came out of Alabama, first-round draft pick with Philly.
Yeah.
I happened to see that game, and he had the case of the drops, right? All preseason. But everybody knows Devontae Smith is a good receiver. You know what I'm saying? So with him having a lot of drops in the preseason, that was not a accurate, kind of
depiction of who he is.
Yeah, depiction of who he actually was going to be. Another situation where you may have a quarterback that may look good in preseason. That shit don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Because now, Thomas or TD, how extravagant is the plays on defense in the preseason, typically?
No, it's extremely vanilla. It's extremely vanilla. You don't put everything that you're gonna do into the game plan. You got your basic coverage. You got cover 3, you got cover 2. You might mix in a fire zone, a blitz here or there, but for the most part, you still want to be able to see what the speed of the game looks like with these new guys coming in. You want to be able to see how they make that transition from playing in a college game, from going to a school like Auburn that's pretty sorry, to being able to play for an NFL team. Like, you want to know how these guys are going to make that transition. And you talked about Devontae Smith having to drop. Same thing can be said for Jamar Chase. We know how good Jamar Chase was, but he was a guy that could not get it right in the preseason. And I was genuinely concerned about Jamar Chase. But day 1, when he stepped on that field in the regular season, Jamar Chase was Jamar Chase. But he wasn't that in the preseason. But those are the things that, if you're paying attention to the preseason game, that you are able to see, though. Those are the things that I'm looking for. How those guys make the transition from college to pro and from preseason to regular season.
But that makes my point, you know what I'm saying, clear. Because you don't really know what you know until it actually starts counting. I look at preseason like a glorified practice. Like it's almost like a joint practice in front of the crowd, a bigger crowd. The tempo, the pulse, it really is not going to be there, from the offensive side as well as the defensive side. And if anybody who is anybody, it's not so much that they can learn more so than just the understanding of just getting confidence.
Okay.
So all in all, I wouldn't necessarily go crazy and go ahead.
Yeah, you can say that, but I know you know me, and anytime we touch the field, whether it's preseason, whether it's regular season, whether it was the playoffs, we were the same people. We brought the same energy to the game every single time. We always talked about it before the game. Yeah. Our message to each other was to be special. It didn't matter. And if you're a true competitor, you don't care if it's the preseason. I remember we had a preseason game against the Patriots. And I was out there trying to make every damn tackle that could be made on the field that day. And they took Luke out the game, and I was still in there, and I was in there trying to make sure that they understood and they felt my presence on that field. And it just goes to show you, me and Tom Brady, we talking back and forth, talking shit to each other like it's a regular season game. Like that's the kind of level of intensity that I'm looking to see if it's a guy that has that same mentality, that has that same mindset, that has that killer instinct no matter where you are or what time of the year it is. Those are some of the things that you can see in these young players that are out there fighting for their livelihood. So that's one of the things that I'm always paying attention to. And it's just one of those things that just lets me know football is on the way.
Tomato.
Yeah. Look, we got to move on, y'all.
So
next bad question, right, Johnny. More likely to happen, C.J. Stroud, big sophomore slump, or Bryce Young becoming top 16 QB? Go ahead, Cam.
More likely to happen?
Yeah.
Sophomore slump by C.J. Stroud.
Why so?
With those two options that you gave me, it ain't no lower that Bryce can go. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm Bryce Young, only way I can go is up. Now, I can surprise a lot of people by doing that, but if I do what I did last year or the results are what they are since the previous season, nobody is expecting him, just similar to nobody was expecting much from C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud has thrusted his way into really being one of those guys we have to pay attention to in this league. And I think more than anything, everybody paying attention does kind of create this, I got to do more, when really you just have to do your job. So it's more likely for C.J. Stroud to have a sophomore slump rather than Bryce Young being the top 16. I don't know where the hell he got 16 from, but top 16.
TD, go ahead and chime in. What's your thoughts real quick?
I could definitely say I can see Bryce Young becoming a top 16 QB, the top half of the NFL. 16, you divide 16 into 16, two halves of the NFL, Cam. It's 32 teams. That's half of it. Did you get that? That's where they got it from. But I just think that the additions that the Panthers have made this offseason will definitely allow Bryce Young to be who he is as a football player. He's a guy that brought a lot to that Alabama team. People always talk about all the talent that they had around him. You go back to modern day, Bryce Young was a winner. Got to Alabama, got the opportunity to take the field. He was a winner. It didn't matter who they had around him. He made things happen. And that's kind of the mindset that the Panthers took going into that season, thinking that, hey, Bryce can go out and he can get it done. But it's a little different on the NFL. So now they've upgraded the offensive line. They brought in some very, very viable receivers to make sure that he has the opportunity to be successful. And I think the defense is going to be what it is. The defense has been consistent for a very long time in Carolina. But if you look at C.J. Stroud and what they've added to that team, you know, you add a guy like Stephon Diggs, and then you add the whole offensive nucleus that they've added to the Houston Texans, and to me, they instantly become a contender for an AFC Championship game if he's able to go out there and play with half the ability that he had last season.
All right. Well, we got Cambo. It said if TD couldn't include himself or Cam in the Panthers Mount Rushmore, who would be the 4? Real quick. Go ahead. Start it up, Cam.
We can't use TD. Julius Peppers.
Okay.
Steve Smith.
All right.
Sam Mills.
All right.
And I would say, Luke Kuechly.
Luke.
Yeah.
I was about to say, bro, what are you doing?
Who you got, TD? I mean, it took a little too long to say Luke. I'm like, what's up?
I'm like, bro, what? Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm going with Julius Peppers, Steve Smith. Absolutely, without a doubt, I'm going with Luke Kuechly and Cam Newton.
Well, you can't use Cam. So who else you got?
I couldn't use myself. You got to read the question. I couldn't use myself, but Cam couldn't use himself.
Well, look, you know what? Here, he's just gonna come over here and take on the
Reading
show.
is fundamental.
He's just a bully, bro.
Reading is fundamental, my boy.
Man, next up, man, we got Trey. What was your least favorite and your favorite part about training camp in South Carolina?
You going first?
TD, go first.
Go ahead, TD.
Man, my least favorite was the heat.
Ooh.
My least favorite was how hot it got out there. It seemed like they had the ability to turn the heat up in Spartanburg for some reason. I don't know how it was even possible. I know it gets hot in the South. I'm from Georgia, and it gets hot anyway. But some reason, man, in Spartanburg on some of them days, well, it was miserable out there. But I think, you know, just being able to, because of the makeup of Carolina, the Carolina Panthers is North and South Carolina, being in that city and having the ability to bring Panther football to that area, I think that was one of my favorite parts about, you know, being able to go to Spartanburg.
The least, the food selection, like around. Now, they had some of the best Bojangles could buy. But other than that, it was, what's that? And my whole thing, too, is being around people. Like, we had some crowds, bro, it was legendary. You know, Walford and how it was set up, it was just like one side, and then they had another side, too, but it was just like a predominantly high set. And then it was crazy because playing in the actual stadium, you know, the main stadium, the ambiance of it kind of brought us back to college a little bit. Seeing the fans sliding down the hill with the kids and, you know, everybody kind of having this picnic. I haven't been back in a while, so I don't know if it's the same, but it's just a nostalgic kind of thought that I would always, you know, see the fans behind the hedges. And just, I always fed into the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was just my thing. Like, yeah. Like, good, bad, or indifferent, like, I knew I just needed to lean into it, you know? And the best thing, too, and people think this is disingenuous because you hear it, bro. I love competing. Like, and then talking shit. Ooh, motherfucker, you gonna get it today, boy. But now, you had some trigger words. Like, we knew what we couldn't say, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that was just probably the best thing. Like, it was a whole multitude of, you know, TD obviously was a spearhead of who I went to talk shit. Luke had a subtle way of talking shit. Charles Johnson, Captain Munnerlyn, Another person who was real subtle with talking shit was like Roman Harper. You see what I'm saying?
You said him before.
Yeah.
He would be petty.
Yeah, super petty. But, that whole how can we fucking forget Josh Norman?
Well, speaking of Josh Norman, stay right there. Because the next fan question, Mason Silva says, I want to hear TD's side of Cam versus Norman practice. TD, let us know what's up.
Listen, man, that moment was just, it was crazy. It's literally like it was surreal because, like Cam just talked about, we always went at it in practice. We always kind of, jabbed at each other back and forth. And there was never a time when you came to a Carolina Panther practice where you didn't hear myself or this dude going at it. And Coach Rivera used to always welcome that. And, it became a thing where Josh kind of started to find his way and he started to become who he became. And, Josh, he's a prideful person. But I told him, man, hey, if you're going to talk shit and you're going to get in somebody's face, you better not be getting dangled and hung around by the quarterback, man, because ain't nobody going to respect you in this league after you allow that to happen, man. Because, hey,
that's a big-ass quarterback, though, TD.
That was one of those, I don't give a shit how big he is. I'll sit him on his ass. I told him that he don't want no smoke. But it's just one of those things, man. I think people don't realize that shit brought us closer together as a football team. It didn't divide us because a lot of teams, a situation like that when you have the star MVP quarterback and then you have one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL at that time, like that can become a divide. But what it did, it ultimately brought us closer as a football team, man. So I'm glad that it happened, honestly.
But I'll take you this. I'll take you that.
His ass knew who to go grab.
Take me through the story.
I tell you, look, you lucky it wasn't you. Cause let me tell you something.
You lucky
they would have been calling you
at
at 85 because I would have flipped that 58 upside down. You hear me? Shit. Real talk. But this is the situation. This was before the 2000. It's crazy how it happened because it was before the 2015 season. This was like that training camp leading up into it. All right. The tempo had already been set. I had this challenge in myself that I did not want. Look, TD can't catch. All right. It was Luke who I had to worry about because Luke was one of the dudes that was always, he knew we loved the drive, the seam dead combination. But he would pass the seam off to the safety and fall off to the dig. So this particular practice, it kept showing up on film, And my challenge was I do not want to throw a pick to Luke. I just didn't that was my challenge. So that practice, and I think a meeting before Coach Shula, we're just always talking about effort. Like, hey, listen, no matter good, bad, indifferent, like, listen, we have to show up on film. You're not who you think you are. You are what the film says you are. And I had threw an interception. It was like a tip pass or it may have been a clean pick by Jano, right? So I'm going, to kind of tap, like we had this thing in practice, like if you do something, boom, just tap his hips and then boom, whatever. So when I threw the pick, Jano had like stiffed on me and he's so hard that my face mask kind of like came like down over my face. So I'm like, hold up. And anytime a big play happened in practice, he finished the whole play. He ran the whole field. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, okay, cool. Getting the crowd involved. It was one of them type of days, right? It was overcast. I remember it like it was yesterday, So when he scored the touchdown or whatever, that's when I was like, hey, man, stop that shit now. All that shit gonna get your ass whooped. One thing led to another, and then you see the rest was history, But that was just the competitiveness that team embodied. I didn't see Jano. I saw the enemy. And after practice, what I'm saying, it was just all love. You feel what I'm saying? Just like the same thing with TD. Those great teams, bro, have this continuity that's hard to kind of mimic. it was in the space table in the diner hall. It was playing Madden. It was playing NCAA. It was playing 2K with the guys who played the game. And then it was just a unity on the field or even with the pig tournaments. Like, it was that competitiveness that everybody brought something to it in their own way. The way you talk to TD is different than how you talk to K1 Short. The way you talk to K1 Short is completely different than how you talk to Charles Johnson or Julius Peppers or Ryan Khalil and things like that. So, everything really kind of took off. And I remember kind of listening to the radio shows, and it made national news with ESPN, and all of it was negative. But when you look at the greatness, as TD was talking about, of great teams, you know what's expected. And you can't apologize for having that edge. Either you're going to live with it or you're going to die with it. And nobody was above the law. If I was tripping, TD could check that. If TD was tripping, you had Pep, you had Chuck, you had all these people that was going to check that. You know what I'm saying? We did not want to create no distractions, because everything that made everybody, the distinct selves, was what made our team great that specific year. So,
well, that's solid, man. Yeah. Well, we gonna get in. I got a story.
It's funny that you say that, because it was funny that with the banter that we used to have, Coach Rivera would always be like, "Hey, if we got quiet any day defensively, he would look over and be like, "Hey, come on, talk that shit. Like, where y'all at?" But it was crazy, because McDermott used to hate it. He hated it. He could not stand that shit. So I'm like, bro, like, what do I do? Do I keep talking shit to this dude, or do I listen to the head coach? Do I listen to my DC? But at that point, I'm like, man, you know what? Fuck it. We gonna go at it every single day. His ass gonna have to hear me every single day. But what people don't realize, and I don't even know if Cam fully understood or really realized, when you show up every single day at practice and you talking shit to the other side, you got to perform every single day. You got to bring your A game every single day. There's not a single day that you can come out there and feel sorry for yourself, because you're going to get embarrassed. You're going to get embarrassed. And if you are truly competitive, you ain't going to let that shit happen to you. And that's what made us the football team that we became, because we would go at it every single day. And it wasn't just about me, or it wasn't just about Cam. The offense knew they had to raise their level to make sure that Cam didn't look bad. The defense knew that they had to raise their level so that I didn't look bad. So every single day, man, we're competing. We're going at it every single day. And when we walked off that field, it was all love. It was all fun. And we talked about, hey, we took that L, I'm going to kick your ass tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I'm coming back. Like, and that was the banter that we had, man. And that's what made us a special team. It was so many days that Cam ass walked off that field sad, and he didn't really want to talk to us anyway, but we pulled him in, bro. Like, come on, bro. You got tomorrow. You're going to get another shot at it. But today, we kicked your ass. And that was the reality. And that's what I tell people all the time, man. Like, that's what made that team become what it became, because it was like playing on Sundays every single day. Every single day.
So, just real quick, I'm going to let you get because he just throwing grenades and hiding his hand.
Because we got to still get in the news law.
We got to. But the truth about it is this. When I talk, I didn't give a damn if it was McDermott who was going to reply. If it was Ron Rivera, I talk shit to everybody. Not a lot of guys on the offensive side was the tempo.
You knew who was going to reply. You knew who was the talker. You knew who the talker was.
When I started talking to TD, then that's when Luke started talking, and then that's when Cap started talking, and then that's when Chuck started talking, and then when they would say anything to the offense, well, nobody else was gonna say something besides me. So sometimes this is the thing that I even have, concerns with players today. A lot of people can't compartmentalize correctly, especially on the field. I had a toxic ability to be able to laugh, giggle, and still stay focused. A lot of people cannot do that. Yeah. Like when you hear somebody laughing, that means they're not focused. When you hear somebody giggling, they're not. I never really performed well when I was just like mad as hell. Even though when I was like flexing, I wasn't mad. I was just having fun. You see what I'm saying? Now, my ability to talk to TD and talk shit to TD, Coach Rivera would kind of get away from it because it could be distracting, but I was still locked in. That's how I would stay engaged in practice. I wasn't the guy to just be quiet and sit over there in the Gatorade and just drink Gatorade or water. Like, that wasn't me. If I was doing that, I was really mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wouldn't like me. But we had some battles, had a lot of fun. And don't let your pride get in your way, TD. Let's get into Newton. Here we go. Main segment, we're going to talk to Mr. Davis in regards to a slew of things. I mean, I don't even know where to discuss. A lot of things, too, that we have connectivity and continuity with is we've both played in the SEC. Obviously, TD is earned all SEC honors, 3-time Pro Bowler, and obviously NFL Walter Payton Man of the Year. Interesting fact about this, Peggy. I'm going to tell you something. Do you know the Carolina Panthers is the only team in the NFL that is responsible for having a Walter Camp Man of the Year, an Offensive Player of the Year, a Defensive Player of the Year, and an MVP?
Wow. I did not know that.
The only team. Did you know that, Eduardo?
I did not know that,
Jarrell. You went to
Jarrell.
Georgia. A lot of folks don't use their real brains there. Well, there you go.
Look, let's get into it then, man.
They just tell y'all.
So,
they just tell y'all every damn thing.
My question
right
to you.
Here, put this down. Write this down. Write this right here.
Mm-hmm. And it helps.
Mm-hmm.
It helps.
No,
So,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Until you leave.
one of my favorite stories in regards to TD is a lot of people don't talk about how resilient this guy is. My first year in the league, TD was coming off an ACL injury. The second game of the year, he tore his ACL again. So this is the third ACL, and still came back and had a very illustrious, career for what it's worth, as people know him now. What were some of the defining moments for you, TD, over your career? The games that you kind of think back sometimes and said, "Damn, like that was the one right there." You know what I'm saying? And take us through.
I mean, just kind of segueing from what you just talked about, Cam. I think, honestly, the Democratic National Convention was in Charlotte. And we went down to Tampa, and we had to stay down there for that week just to kind of get away from everything that was going on. And that was the first game that we were getting ready to play, which was the start of that season. But it also was the first game and the first opportunity that I would have as a player that had just torn his ACL 3 consecutive years and not really sure about what was going to happen moving forward with that knee. But I knew that I wasn't going to be a starter to start the season, but I knew at some point I was going to regain that starting role. But for me, it was all about being able to take the field and just allow myself mentally to understand and know that I could trust all of the work for those last 2 years that I had put in to make sure that knee was strong. And, everything is a competition, right? Everything is doing whatever you can to maximize the efforts. And for me, it was making a bet with Captain Munlin at the time. Me and Cap were the gunners on the outside on special teams. So the first special teams play of that season was a punt for us. Cam and the offense had stalled, so now we got to take the field. We take the field. I told Cap, I'm going to make the first tackle. So we go down, man, and literally they had Aqib Talib lined up over me as a gunner, and I'm like, you know what, as the corner that was covering the gunner. I'm like, bro, I'm making this fucking tackle. I don't care who they put over here. And sure enough, man, I run down full speed, and like it was literally like a moment of nostalgia. I'm like, I smacked the returner, and instantly that was the moment that I felt like, I'm like, damn, bro, I'm back. Like, I know this is it. And I didn't even have a time to really compartmentalize what was going on, to really think about what had just happened. So if you watch that play, somebody just sent it to me the other day and I reposted it. Like, if you watch that play, you'll see me kind of get up and limp off a little bit. Well, I'm so caught up in the moment, in the excitement of what just happened, I didn't even realize that when I hit the dude, his knee hit me right in my damn quad. Like, and I had the deepest quad bruise ever in that moment. And you know those shits are not fun, but it was literally one of those things where the play was so clean. Mr. Richardson, rest in peace, told him, get him off special teams. I don't want to see him out there no more. And it was crazy, bro, because it was like shit. I'm trying to earn my keeps. I don't care where they put me at. I'm getting out here and I'm gonna do it. Because we had just re-signed John Beeson to a big contract. James Anderson had a big contract. I took an $8 million pay cut to make sure that I was still there, and we drafted Luke Kuechly. So it was, for me, it was about showing that I belonged and really finding my place, man. And I had to work for every single thing that I got that year, man. And we had a phenomenal season. You know, as the story goes, they ended up trading Beeson, putting Luke in the middle, and, you know, me and Luke became what we became.
Yeah. So I want to talk about the state of the Panthers right now. And it's hard to speak about the state of the Panthers without starting from top to bottom. Simple question. Do you think Dave Tepper knows what he's doing?
I think Dave Tepper has learned a lot. I think that there have been a lot of things that, you know, it's no different than a player coming into the NFL that never had the opportunity to play at the pro level. There are growing pains. There are things that you have to learn and that you have to grow through. And that's what Mr. Tepper is doing right now. I know for a fact, I've sat down and had several conversations with him and Ms. Tepper. And I know that every single thing that he is focused on is making this team a winner. That's it. And I know that wholeheartedly. I know that for a fact. And anybody that thinks anything differently, contrary to that, can kiss my ass. I know for a fact that that's his goal and that's his focus. Nobody is going to sit back and spend all of this money and do all of the things that he's doing with these coaches and trying to make these personnel decisions if they aren't focused in and locked in on making this a winning program. He came from the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have a rich tradition and history of winning. And as an owner, he wants to be the owner of a winning program. And, you know, hats off to him for that. But he understands that a lot of things that have happened over the course of his time as becoming the owner haven't really been favorable. So those are some of the things that we all have to grow, man. And that's something that he's doing right now as an owner. He's growing, and I think he's going to get better as the years go on.
Now, as you're speaking about certain things, TD, and I'm speaking on not just from my internal knowledge of the situation, but also from the fans' perspective. A lot of these issues came by way of his decisions. So
no question.
Whether wanting to win and setting the franchise back, giving a coach full access to be what he needs to be in Matt Rule and flushing out the leadership in that 2015, 2016, that 18, personnel, and just trying to start over and rebuild, trading away Christian McCaffrey. You got Brian Burns, who, could have and is an elite pass rusher. Now, I don't even know what question to ask more so of. The concern is the turnover rate from coach to coach to coach, from personnel to where is the stability in the franchise as a fan of the Carolina Panthers?
Hey, it's growing pains, Cam. Like you just said, like it's a lot of turnover. There's a lot that has gone into the decision making, and I think ultimately Mr. Tepper understands that he knows that some of the decisions that he makes haven't been favorable with the fans. Some of the decisions that he made have downright drew a wedge in between himself and some of the fans. And I think no bigger indication of that than when they did the Circle of Honor ceremony for Julius Peppers and Musa Muhammad, and the fans booed him with Goodell on our own field. So I think that really speaks to, the frustration that the fans have. And, that's why I wanted to sit down and talk to Mr. Tepper and get a better understanding of, where his head is and what he's thinking and, what his main goal is. Is this something that you're focused in on strictly from a business standpoint, or are you passionate about really winning and doing what's best for this organization and for this fan base? And, he made it very clear. He's passionate about winning, and he want to make sure that the fans are happy because, Mr. Richardson was a person that talked to us all the time, Cam, about the fan being the most important part of the game. And I think once Mr. Tepper understands and knows that, this fan base will fall in love with this team all over again.
So do you see it changing this year, TD? Like, obviously, he's doing a lot of changes, but obviously the season is about to happen. Do you see in some of the stuff that he's implementing? And if you do know some stuff that we could be, put on about that he's going to implement for the team, but do you see it changing this year? And, like, what's some changes you see happening?
Oh, it's hard to say, bro, because the season hasn't started yet. But so far, when you look at the personnel, like, I look at the Brian Burns situation. I was disappointed to lose Brian Burns, but when you factor in adding in Jadeveon Clowney, when you add in some of the other guys that they added to this team, I feel like we are going to be an improved defense with the new additions to this football team. You can call me crazy, but adding in those guys to the front to go along with Derrick Brown, this is going to be a more dominant defense than we have in the past. Mark my word. But I also understand that there's a component to this that you have loyalty with your fan base, and they are loyal to players. They fall in love with franchise-type players, like a Christian McCaffrey, like a Cam Newton, like a Brian Burns. Those are guys that these people have looked at as being fixtures of this team for a very long time. And ultimately, I think sometimes you can't allow business to overtake that personal aspect of it. But, I think Dan Morgan hiring him and Dan understanding from a player perspective what needs to be done and how it needs to be done, you can already see some of the things that Dan Morgan has added to this football team. People were like, oh, well, why would we trade up to draft a guy in the first round? It gives you a fifth-year option. Like, it made no sense not to go one pick up and make that move. When you have an opportunity to lock a guy in for another year, you do that. And Dan Morgan had a relationship with the Buffalo Bills, and he made the right decision. So that shows me that this organization is committed to making sure that we put a plan in place so that Dan can be successful, so that this football team can be successful. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what this new coaching staff is going to do.
Man, but the most exciting thing from where I sit or stand in this case is the hiring of Dan Morgan is something that I tip my hat off to David Tepper with doing. My biggest concern is there has not been a person affiliated with the culture of Charlotte having a pulse of understanding what that franchise is needing, yearning for, and is desiring more than a previous player. So with the addition of Dan Morgan, I think you have a person that has Tepper's ear to speak about certain things, as well as being a former player. Now, if you were in the position of an executive leader, Mr. Thomas, what would be one of your main focuses moving forward for the Carolina Panthers? That if you could implement something, what would that look like?
I think the first thing that I would do right now in the position, understanding where we are financially when it comes to the state of the franchise from a contractual standpoint, I would look into making an investment into bringing Brandon Ayuk in. Because offensively, I feel like you can never have too many weapons. You sit back and you add guys like Deontay Johnson, that's an instant upgrade to that receiver room, right? Then you bring back Adam Thielen. Then you draft Xavier Legette. I feel like adding another weapon like Brandon Ayuk would add instant credibility to that wide receiver room, and it would make them one of the best receiver rooms in the entire NFC South.
For sure. Yeah. I know as a young quarterback with Bryce, I wouldn't necessarily go after Brandon Ayuk. I would try to have a quick option in regards to you know how I feel about tight ends. You know how I feel about running backs. And it's invaluable to kind of express the importance of that specific position. There's many times where Jay Stu, D'Angelo, even C-Mac, hey, bro, get out quick now. Get your check and get on your M route real quick so I can have at least a quick option to go to. Hey, tight ends, obviously the world knows about, you know, our relationship with, you know, my relationship with Greg Olsen and how we've been able to grow together. Receivers can always be a little hit or miss in regards to the patience of understanding what's really happening. A lot of receivers look through a peephole and not opening up the whole door. Man, I'm wide open, man. Throw me the ball. Now, some guys that may not have that mentality, but more than not, I just would like for Bryce Young to have high IQ players. Adam Thielen is a perfect example of that can get in and out of his breaks and understanding, you know, sometimes the route on paper looks like this, but the route on the field looks completely different. And guys just playing football.
Well, speaking, Cam, you said something right there, and then TD definitely chime in. How do you feel like with Bryce Young and Dave Canellis, as him starting to be he's the coach now, coming in, new regime, how do you think that, I guess, will mesh and then Bryce will do this year?
I think it's gonna mesh well, honestly. When you look at the track record, I think that's something that really speaks for itself when you talk about Dave Canellis and being able to work with the Russell Wilsons and having the opportunity for us as an organization to see what Baker Mayfield could and could not do firsthand, and watching the maturation process that he had in Tampa last year under Dave Canellis. And now we have the opportunity to see him come in and work with Bryce Young. I think that in itself lends me to feel a lot more confident in his ability to come in and work with Bryce Young. I just think that, you know, going back a little bit, Cam, to what we just talked about, the whole Brandon Ayuk situation, I think that Brandon Ayuk, when you look at his background, you look at his history, you look at the way and the trajectory of his career, the way he got it out the mud and the way he worked to become who he's become, he wasn't Brandon Ayuk in his first year. It's not like we're bringing in a young, inexperienced receiver. He has worked extremely hard to become the player that he's become. That's why he's demanding what he feels like he deserves so much, because he knows that he has to put a lot of work in to become the player that he's become. And we all know with business, at any point, you're an injury away from being sent home and never playing the game again. So for Brandon Ayuk, I just feel like he would be a great addition to Bryce Young. Cam, I know you love tight ends, and I'm extremely excited to see what this young tight end that we just drafted from Texas is going to be like, because he dominated at Texas in a lot of different ways. And I think that him coming in is going to add instant value, along with Ian Thomas, along with some of the guys that we already had in that room. And I just feel like the tight end position has definitely been solidified in Carolina.
That's crazy.
Tee it up, Cam.
So I'm not sure if a lot of people understand that there is continuity on the three individuals that you're hearing and seeing right now. Yeah. How I initially met Peggy was because there's an editing bay in that they had at the time in training camp. Mm-hmm. We had just drafted Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, it was rookie
and then
year.
we was really finding out like, yo, because we couldn't have Christian McCaffrey for OTAs because Stanford had a block schedule. Like it was weird. The Pac-12 just had a crazy thing there. So the first time we actually got to see Christian McCaffrey and what he was actually about was in training camp.
Yeah.
Man, we gave him an option route. Him. Gave TD the blues. So then, I would always threaten TD. I was like, all right, now, I'm going to put this shit on Instagram, and then you're going to get embarrassed. And I had just walked by, and Omari, that was his name at the time.
Man,
Then he done morphed into Peggy. I looked on his screen and just so happened he was going through that play.
Yes.
And we had just got finished playing spades. And I told Peggy, I was like, bro, send me that clip. TD had seen me ask him, Dave,
you better not send that clip. No, so that's the crazy thing. I got to pick it up from this part. Literally, I'm at the table editing. Cam, 6'2" something. TD, 6'2" something. Me, 5'8", 125, soaking wet in the middle. TD like, bro, you better not send me that clip. Cam talking about, bro, send me this goddamn clip. And I'm like, bro, how did I get in the middle of this, bro? I'm just trying to do my job.
Innocent soul.
Bro, y'all been competing since the first time. That's how I met y'all. Like,
that's how I first met Peggy.
Bro, that's crazy.
That right there.
Who got the clip? Did you end up getting it?
I got the clip. Speaking of clips, Peggy, show the clip right there, and tell me what you think, Eduardo.
I'm gonna show you this clip, TD.
Go ahead, let me see. I got a clip for you too, Cam.
Mark, what's up, man? You got to go back to the damn, and tell them that you want to be with the offense. You don't get no work in them damn
What's your run at, bro?
Which means?
The run game. What is your
I don't understand the question.
Boy, getting murdered. Yes.
But that's what we do. We run the football.
Y'all get murdered against us. Murdered.
At the end of the day, if 58 in that hole and number one has a football, boy.
Fourth down.
Boy.
Fourth down. Try again.
Boy,
you not about that life, boy.
Boy, I would take that mohawk and give it to Kelly.
Boy, I would put it on you.
I would give it to Kelly.
Fourth down.
How you want it? I'm telling you. Because I can go, I'm going over the top. I'm going through. I'm going side. You're not going to catch me.
I can't catch you. What?
Tell me. Ain't nobody on the linebacker court can catch me.
Hey, look, that means he's trying to you too. This is a depiction of y'all relationship.
The funny part about that, both of us faster than Cam. I'm still faster than Cam right now.
No, you're not.
Bruh, are we serious right now? Are we gonna set up a race between y'all to put it on the line?
I want to fucking race fat ass TD like this
I would blow the
motherfucker.
doors off this dude.
TD
bro.
can't
This
do
man
nothing
don't
better
want
than
no
me,
smoke
man.
with me.
Hold on, TD, we gotta see you in the
promise
camera. You gotta come in the camera. There you go. Say what now?
Listen to me, bro. This man don't want no smoke with me. I still blow the doors off Cam right now. Right now. And he know it. Cam Newton is the only quarterback in NFL history to break for multiple 40-plus yard runs and get hawked down. His family let me know already that they don't told him, bro, you ain't going to score if you run past 30 yards. Even your brothers told me that.
Bro, what you got to say,
your top end
Listen, let me
speed.
tell you something.
Your top
It
end
ain't
speed
nothing.
has been shut down.
It ain't nothing TD can do better than me.
It ain't nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, listen.
So he can talk all this,
Listen.
I race you, I do this. Man, he ain't never been able to do
bro.
nothing better than me. And he can talk all this tough man talk. If I were happen to see Thomas Davis, 58, in any type of situation on the field, he will be eating through a straw right now.
All right, real. Let me set this up. It's 4th and 1.
I will
Goal
fuck
line.
his ass up, man.
Y'all meeting?
I will fuck his ass up. And he know that. I don't give a fuck if he was 14, 17, 16, 27, 45, man. I would still fuck his ass up, man. And stop. And that's so Mary had a little lamb.
I'm going to tell you, I had a little respect for this bum. Hey, I had a little respect for this man until we went down to Atlanta and we played the Atlanta Falcons. And my dog was doing his Superman shit. He was out there.
Mm-hmm.
He was showboating, doing his CamNewton, and his ass sat there and played around and thought shit was sweet. And Deion Jones put his ass to sleep. So I know you don't want no smoke with me. If you let Deion put you to sleep, Debo. Come on, man. Get your ass in the end zone and stop playing around.
That was the only time I ever had a concussion in my life. I put that on everything.
That was the only time.
I put that on everything.
That was the only time. That wasn't the only fucking time. The next time would have been if you would have tried to fuck with me. That's what I'm telling you.
Listen here.
That would have been your next time.
Boy, what they call him, Debo?
Look at they put your ass in that red jersey. Hey, you remember that day in practice where it was 4th down? And we sat there, and coach put us in that situation. He was like, right here. Byron Bell said, we're going to run the ball right here. What happened? Did y'all score?
TD. Do you
y'all
really
score?
think?
I don't need all that bullshit. Did y'all score?
Yes, we scored.
You a fucking lie. Pour the film. Y'all gave the ball to Mike Tober, and Luke stole that shit. They didn't even use you as no option because they knew we were going to fuck you up. So they were like, nah, we ain't going to put Cam right there. Y'all gave that shit to Tober, and we stoned his ass.
Look. Hey, let me tell you something. You know when it come to me, I don't do too good with threats. First off. And I don't get no stripes.
I don't care about none of that shit because I'm glad I don't make out of threats.
I don't get no reps or no stripes on my motherfucking helmet and no stickers on my helmet by doing it to people that I know I can do. So I don't usually even entertain folks like TD. But this motherfucker keep talking. He know he ain't fucking with me. It's no part of TD's career ever. I don't give a fuck if it was my rookie year. I don't give a fuck if it's now. I don't give a fuck if it was in college. I don't give a fuck if it was in high school. TD, on everything that I love, have loved, and will loved. Boy, however you want it.
Yeah, look, you know
however you need it.
However
you want it.
They don't,
However.
That's how you know they don't even believe the bullshit they saying. They don't even believe the bullshit coming out of his own mouth. Because one thing about it, you have sat your ass over there on that sideline with that towel on your head enough times and seen the fucking crowd go, ooh. And why did they do that, Cam? Why did they make that noise? Because I was fucking somebody up. That's what happens.
Okay.
And you wouldn't be no different. I'll fold your ass up. I don't told you that.
And every time for every time that crowd said, ooh, I guarantee you I got my share of oohs too. So however you want to look at it, Mr. Thomas Davis.
That's the only comeback you got.
You're not, it's hard for me to sit back. I'll pull it back to 3 yards. It's hard for me to say that Thomas gonna stop me by himself. No. And he knows that.
NFL, in today's NFL or in old NFL?
Motherfucker, it's only one NFL. Stop over here acting like it's two different NFL. I'm going to run through you, around you. I'm going to shake the shit out you, or I'm going to just jump over your little bit ass.
Y'all only got 5 more minutes. We gotta clear this up because y'all gonna be arguing all day.
He wasn't fucking with me when we was on the same team. He definitely ain't fucking with me while we away from the game.
For you to say that it ain't two different NFLs, when I first came into this league, we could knock your ass out and we could get knocked out and come back in the game. That was when NFL. In today's NFL, if you hit somebody too hard, they're going to suspend the fuck out of you. That's what happened to me. I'm living proof. So if it's today's rules, or the old days rules? Either one.
Listen, I'm going to tell you the rules that we play. We playing in today's rules. And I take my
either
suspension
rule-
because I know I'm going to hit
either
your
one of
ass
them
so
rules-
hard, I'm going to get kicked out the
Either
game.
one of them rules, I'll fold your ass up. Ain't nothing changed. Coach Rivera used to save you every day. No, y'all stay off the quarterback. Stay off the quarterback. Coach Rivera was the only one protecting you because the league didn't give a shit. They ain't called no flags when you got hit.
Look, man, we can't keep this going. Man, TD, man, before you get up out of here, bro, we want to talk about your Panthers legacy, bro. Tell me and tell us about your transition into retirement. Like, what was the first thing that you got involved in mentally, emotionally? What did it feel like when you finally said that day that you walked away from the game?
You know, so I had an opportunity to really be around a lot of dudes that made the transition. Some dudes made the transition on their own accord. Some dudes had to transition because, you know, it was just the end of the road for them and nobody wanted to sign them. So I sat back and I watched how people struggled with the transition, even the guys that knew exactly what they wanted to do after the fact. So I wanted to have a plan in place. When I won the Man of the Year, I met this lady by the name of Tracy Perlman that works for the NFL. Tracy Perlman, not a lot of people know her. Not a lot of dudes in the NFL right now probably know her. But she is a person that every NFL player, young, old, no matter what, should absolutely create a relationship with because she cares so much about the legends in the legends community. So she told me immediately during the Man of the Year process that I went through, as soon as you're done playing football, you're going to come work for us. And that was one of the first things that I did. As soon as I made the announcement that I was retiring, Tracy called me right away, and I started instantly working with the legends community. And it's been something that gives me purpose. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me locked in and connected with the game of football, but also being able to just really pour into the lives of, you know, my son, my nephews, and my extended nephews that live with me, all 16 years old, all getting ready to go into their junior year in high school, coming off of a state championship season at Weddington, and knowing that my son right now is one of the highly recruited players, I'll say, and then my nephews as well. They each have 30-plus Power 5 offers. I think just being present and being able to make sure that I'm instilling all of the values that I learned, you know, off the field, on the field, and in life with them has been truly special for me. But it doesn't matter at what point or when it happens or how it happens, but you have to make that transition. Transition is never something that's going to be easy. And it started out easy, but I've had my rough times with being away from a game that I love so much and that I put so much energy, effort, and time into being good at. So I think without a doubt, you know, just being able to navigate this transitional space has been something that has been very rewarding, and it had its challenges at times. But as I look back on my legacy, you know, I'm extremely proud of the body of work that I was able to put in as a football player. You know, being able to overcome all of the obstacles that I overcome, being able to just accomplish some of the things that I've accomplished, man, I think those are things that are going to last for a lifetime.
Yeah. And so me and Cam, I got to address the elephant in the room. And me and Cam bump heads about this all the time. And I'm pulling left, he might pull right, or he has, you know, his own understanding. But just the significance of Cam and the Panthers, right? And obviously been away from the game. He's been away from the game for a little bit of time right now, and it's a transition that's going to be made, but inevitably. But how do you think the Panthers or the city of Charlotte should celebrate Cam if the time ever did come for him to retire?
Not how they should, how we're going to celebrate him. When that time comes, he makes that decision, we're going to celebrate him in a big way, man, because nobody brought more to an NFL city than CamNewton brought to the Carolinas. Nobody has done more for a single city and for a single organization than CamNewton has done for the Carolina Panthers. And whether he understands that or not, whether he looks at it the way that it should be looked upon, when you walk into a fan fest and you've seen a man with the ability to completely control an entire crowd, let alone the crowd. We have more fans at our fan fest than are coming to the games right now. That was the Cam Newton effect. That's what he brought to the city. And I think that this city absolutely embraced Cam. Cam embraced this city. And, you know, he talked about being an athlete and an entertainer when he got drafted, and he became that. He became one of the biggest names in NFL football, in athletics, period, by the time he was able to win the MVP. So I think without a doubt, man, that Cam, when you're ready to make that decision and it's time to make that decision, man, we're going to be here with open arms. We're going to embrace you, man. And, hey, you're going to be where you rightfully deserve to be, man, somewhere in that circle of honor in Carolina Panther history, man, because the amount of fandom, the amount of energy and effort that you brought to this city, man, it would never be matched again. It would never be matched again. So I salute you, man. I salute you in a big way. And I know that this fan base cannot wait to salute you once again. You can see how they embraced you when you had the opportunity to come back. I think that really speaks to how they feel about you. So I think, man, get your head out your ass, man, and come on back.
There you have it. There, TD has spoken. Cam, you got any final words for TD, man, before you get up out of here?
Always appreciation.
Man, it's all love, always. You know that. I still kick your ass, though. Ain't that changed?
Listen, one thing about it, it's going to be like two phoenixes colliding. And let me tell you
something. It's going to be only one come out on top.
And the famous words of JJ, it's going to be dynamite. Because I ain't blinking. And he know that. He know that. Look, I hate talking about myself, but I'm going to ask you this question to deflect from talking about this situation. Who's your favorite defense to watch now in the NFL?
My favorite defense to watch in the NFL?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I have a few of them, honestly. Any defense that's being run by Sean McDermott, because I understand that defense inside and out. You know, I love to watch, you know, those guys fly around and make plays. So hats off to Coach McDermott of setting the standard and keeping that standard going. I think the San Francisco 49ers, another Coach Wilkes, they did Coach Wilkes dirty, man. I love C-Mac. I love our former teammates, but I don't wish nothing good on San Francisco with the way they handle Coach Wilkes' situation. I hope they lose the Super Bowl every single year with the way that they did my dog. And the Baltimore Ravens, man, I love the way that Roquan Smith and those guys have been able to perform. But to be honest with you, the number one defense that I think is going to be the number one defense in the league this year is going to be the Houston Texans. When you look at the additions that they've made to that defense and you look at what they already had, man, listen, Danielle Hunter added to that defense, and then you got the young buck from Alabama on the outside. Then you got what's the kid name? The linebacker from Bama, Christian. I can't think of his name.
Anderson.
No. That's Anderson on the outside. But they got another linebacker, bro, from Bama. I think he was like number 48 or something. Hey, the kid gonna be special, bro. And then they signed the kid from Tennessee. Man, look, I bet they gonna be top 5 defense in the NFL, if not number 1.
If the Texans have a top 5 defense, I know for sure C.J. Stroud will be in the MVP contention. Because if you got a top 5 defense, like I had in 2015, it's going to give you way more opportunity. And you
and
do
people
not
do not
have to
realize
be
the
special.
value of that. People don't realize the value of that,
I'm
bro.
trying to tell you.
There's so much value.
Hold on. Listen to this.
McDermott used to
Listen to this. Listen to this. And this may catch a lot of people off guard, but must understand this. Tom Brady probably can count on one hand how many times he did not have a top 10 defense. And when you put it like that, Tom Brady is as great as as any player will be. But he could count on one hand how many times he did not have a top 10 defense. Now, if you want to say, oh, he had the top 11 defense, like top tier, top 10 defenses gives opportunities to offensive personnel. And if you protect the football and let them guys do what they do, the rest gonna be history. Eduardo, my guy, appreciation, bro. Thank you.
I appreciate it too.
We got to get you in the studio. Say what now?
I agree with that sentiment too. I said I agree with that sentiment too. But then you also look at Kansas City. They defense struggle, right? But there was still a stat that made the difference. They were still one of the top teams when it came to takeaways. So what did that do? They create more opportunity for Patrick Mahomes. So it's always that takeaway component is going to lead. It's going to be huge. It's going to always be a huge factor in what teams are able to accomplish. If you can't stop the offense on the other side and you allow people to score a ton of points, then your ass better be putting up some big numbers like they did.
But when you lead in, we could go back and forth all day. When you lead in takeaways, it's when you got a firepower like Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Poncho. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you scoring fast, and other offenses gonna get opportunity too. You see what I'm saying? But the most important thing is turnover differential.
No question. You got to take care of that football, bro.
There we go. Thomas Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. You're going to have to check out.
I've been telling your ass for 3 years, bro, you need to have me on. You finally got wise, man. Hats off to you.
Listen.
You the MVP.
Listen. You need to come check out the new setup when we get it done. It'll be done come early August. So you may need to have a residency in Atlanta. We breaking new ground. We already broke new ground. Yeah. And we're going to have an official 4th&1 setup. So all this buffering, all that spotty Wi-Fi that you ain't managed to get yet, you know what I'm saying? We'll have these discussions face to face, and then we can fuck around.
If I recall, your ass the one who disappeared. We were sitting here waiting on you.
No.
Beyond all of that, fuck all that. Your ass better be at 10:58 at some point soon. That's what I know.
I'm coming to 10:58 with my shoulder pads and my helmet on, cause you look like you need some vitamin F and F.
I'm gonna start posting these goddamn pictures of me at fellowship, and I'm gonna add in. I'm gonna go down there up under that little message where you and C-Mac was going back and forth. I said, what do y'all think about a motherfucker that you show up for their shit and they don't never goddamn come see you?
What day you want me to show up, TD?
What day he need to show up?
7 days a week. 7 days a week, 7 to 12 to 12.
Say less. Well, I'm coming there to 10:58, Charlotte, North Carolina, with my helmet and my shoulder pads strapped on, because we're going to give you a vitamin F and F. Whole bunch of fuck around and finding out. Because we're going to have to motherfucking see. Because shit, I ain't never believed you, Thomas. I'm trying to tell you.
We can capture some great content, boy. We can capture some great content because I will put your ass to sleep still, boy. I'm telling you, bro. Hey, listen. Hey. I still got my shit over here.
Look, now he don't want to go grab the shit.
You gonna get one of them raggedy ass helmets if you want to. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey,
But
I still got my shit.
But listen, let me tell you something. Boy, I'ma hit your ass like the daddy did in the damn Little Giants, boy, trying to make a point, boy. I'ma clear it on you, boy. And you know you're not seeing me. And that's the thing. You know you can't fuck with me.
Hey, I'll hit you with this shit unstrapped, motherfucker. I'll knock you out. Look at the way, bro.